Hello everyone, welcome back. As you can see, I'm playing Destiny, and this is going to be a relatively short video. I'm just going to show off how I got 3 exotics in under 6 hours. Now, this is not a tutorial, so if you're expecting me to show you how to get 3 exotics in less than 6 hours, then this is not the right video. So just wanted to get that out of the way before people say, oh, misleading text. But anyway, I'm going to show some videos, because I took a clip of it, and I actually don't have one of them on me right now. He's on my Titan, because I was going to do the weekly heroic with him. But I have one right here, which is the Truth. And then I found the Gallarhorn and the Suros Regime, which I hear are 2 weapons that people really, really want, so it is a good thing that I got it. But anyway, let's go ahead and show that off. As you can see, I'm playing as my Warlock right now, and I have the Nightfall thing around my head, which I have on my Titan and Warlock right now. And as you can see by my Warlock right here, he looks very different than he did back in my abilities and tips video for the Warlock. It has been a long time since then. I think I was only level 20. Yeah, so I'm really far past that. And then I have the sweet shader on right now for getting up to reputation level 5 with the Iron Banner. Ooh, that looks... look at that shine right there. So good. And I got my first piece of raid gear. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to these clips now. They are over here in the upload studio. Yeah, so the way I got them were actually random drops. And as you'll see, it is pretty crazy. Especially given the places that I find them in. So let's go over to my clips. And when it takes 7 years to load, like this system usually does, I don't know what they did with the upload system, but it is shockingly slow. I'll take this time to mention that I just bought a PS4 recently, and I have some pretty sweet games with it right now. I have Little Big Planet 3, I have Infamous, and I have all the free-to-play games, which is kind of obvious, because I'm pretty sure everyone downloaded those. But yeah, it's pretty good right now. I'm really loving the PS4. I'm not so much feeling the PlayStation Now feature, because it lets you stream games for a relatively cheap price, but the quality is not that great. Because I got, Infamous 1, and pretty good. A little choppy at times. But yeah, definitely a good game. I'm sure if you bought it otherwise, it wouldn't be that choppy. This is just bringing back feels about Toad Jr. If anyone has played The Wolf Among Us, Toad Jr. is one of the cutest characters in existence. But anyway, back to the Destiny talk. I'm pretty sure this one is the... where is it? Nope, this one's the first one. This is the one immediately after you drop down into the Hellmouth for the Crota's Inn raid. Gonna go ahead and fast forward it a little bit. Because what I do every day, or no, every week, because the raid resets every week, is I go down here and I open the first chest, which is what everyone should do. And they nerfed the exploits, though, so that is kind of annoying. But anyway, there's a chest in here. Usually you find materials, but this time, wha-bam! Suros Regime! One of the best guns in the game, just found out of nowhere. As you can see, I'm doing a little dance, which I do every time I find an exotic. So yeah, that was actually the gun that I was looking forward to the most getting in this game, and I just happened to find it randomly in a crate. Now that was insane, and then 3 hours later, this happened. Go ahead and show how I got the Gallarhorn. As you can see, I landed in the tower. I guess I was grabbing a soda or something, because I am not at the controller right now. As you can see, I have the Suros Regime on my back. So this was not very long after I just got that one. I switched over to my Warlock, and then I found a legendary engram, which you'll see pop up in a second. There it is. And... huzzah! The Gallarhorn. And I do another little dance there. But yeah, 2 of the biggest guns in the game that people are trying to get, I just find randomly. And I wasn't even doing anything special. I didn't complete a raid, I didn't do any of that, just found it. And then I'm pretty sure I have another one. Yep, right here. And this is when I went down to my Warlock. This is the same day. This is probably, let's see. This would have to be about 2 hours after I found the Gallarhorn. And I was actually with a guy, and I was telling him that I found the Suros Regime in this chest as I was running up to it. And as you can see, I go to open it, and well, bam, I get Truth. My reaction and his reaction, very, very shocked. I honestly cannot believe that I found 2 exotics in the same chest in the same day, because I tried it with all 3 of my characters, and 2 out of the 3 characters found an exotic. I mean, come on. Now with my Hunter, I only found Radiant materials, which are still good, but not as good as exotics and class items. But they nerfed all that, and now that chest will only give you Radiant energy and stuff like that. So if you're looking to get exotics from there, you won't find it anymore. And if you were doing the exploit where you stand near the lamp and get blown 300 feet through the air, can't do that either. And then if you're trying to do the one where you snipe people across the bridge with the icebreaker, which I also have, can't do that one as well. Oh, and if you're trying to shoot Crota while he was down on the knee forever, can't do that either. I mean, you can still do it now, but by next Tuesday you won't be able to do it again. So, if you're going to do it, you have to get on it pretty quickly, if you haven't already, because you will never be able to do it again. Which is why I'm glad I got these arm pieces from doing it. And I guess I'm going to have to take on Crota the legitimate way after this, which, if anyone wants to play with me, give me your gamertag, because I will join you. I'm really looking for people to raid with. I have at least 3 groups right now that I usually do the Nightfall and the raids with, but I can't always expect them to be online, so if anyone wants to do that, I am open for it. But anyway, last time I was talking about making a video that kind of like talks about all my statistics from 2012 to 2014, but I think it's too early in to my YouTube channel to do that, so I'm going to save that most likely for 2016, so I'll be back on that. And this video will actually be the only video until January 20th, and then the season will start over again, and I'll have videos regularly. But yeah, I will say that not having a PS4 during my top 10 games of 2014 was a little bit disappointing, because most of the games on the PS4, they are great, but they wouldn't make the list. Infamous Second Son, however, easily one of my favorite games from 2014. I'm really disappointed that I didn't play that game before the list, because it would have gotten up to the number 2 spot, maybe even the number 1 spot. It was fantastic. Not only was the character great, but the powers, oh my god, the powers. In the other Infamous games, you only had lightning, and then in the second one you could have, it's like a oil-based power, which is like the fire power, and then you had the ice power. But this one lets you have 4 of them. And you can only use one at a time by draining different power sources, but they are fantastic. So good. Really disappointed that I didn't have a PS4 beforehand, but I have all 3 of the main next-gen consoles now, so everything is up for grabs. And I also have a PC, obviously, or I wouldn't be able to edit this video. So yeah, stick around, because my next video, which is going to be the ad, is going to have a special announcement, and you might want to stick around for that if you fancy being in Let's Plays. Wink, wink. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back next time. Angry Joe just put out his top 10 worst games of 2014, and I need to finish watching that. And I also have a concert to go to tomorrow. I'm going to see Seether and Papa Roach. It is going to be fantastic. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.